on where we're at. Okay, so we're Good Springs. We're talking Highway 269, kind of in the path of this. I don't know if it's going to hold together that long. I think just based on what we're seeing here, we're looking at one of these quick fire kind of warnings that we're seeing across Walker County, but confirmed tornado again. And yes, this firing up in areas a little bit right there along that line. We got a line, final push of severe storms making it across our area tonight. Again, the worst of this, if you're watching in Oatman and Fayette, the actual warning stays off to the east of you, south of us in Jasper at this point. And it looks like Cordova, this mainly will stay south of us. Here's the Mulberry Fork you can see to the north. There's the Gorgas, the old Gorgas steam plant location or power plant location. We're talking Highway 269 in the path of this. Pumpkin Center, those locations, and also looks like around
just got a warning from the
Carbon Hill. That's going to be Carbon Hill's going to be back in here.
National Weather Service.
Your weather radio going off in Walker County, some of these areas to the north. Again, this is going to be passing to the south of you, and looks like mostly south of I-22 right there through Jasper and Parrish. Parrish, this is going to be south of you as well. There's Parrish right there on the map. Just wanted to find that and point it out. But still, a little bit of an indication right there around Cedar Lake as we monitor the conditions coming in. I actually have our, I've got a live Facebook feed going on here, and some folks reporting in from Walker County.
I'll go outside and show y'all this storm. I'm talking about this is got a tornado watch just flipped up. Why will my won't let my flash come on? Yeah, you can't see 10 feet. You can't see 10 feet. Wow. Oh, I'm getting soaking wet. Jesus. I sure hope this tornado / warning watch, they don't know what the hell they're talking about until it happens. Siren ain't going off, so that's a good thing. I went live because, well, I'm about to run out of storage in my camera bin, so anyway. Lord Jesus. What I'm trying to do, no. I'm getting my happy ass inside.
So if you blink, you'll miss it. So Wes was saying this could have been a situation where you had a tornado that was briefly on the ground, a brief spin-up, which is what you can sometimes get along these, we call them quasi-linear convective systems that are coming in. So it's not quite a straight line that's moving.
Quasi-linear.
Some ways. And so that's where you can see these tornadoes sometimes that spin up embedded along the main line. So notice right here near Eno, that's where we were kind of beginning to watch this several minutes ago. Watching this about 15 minutes ago, and you'll notice the greens here popping up.
Oh my
around
Lord!
Eno
Look
and
at
near Marietta
Mississippi.
as it crossed over into Walker County, just south of Oakman. That's when we
Every
saw
bit
the
of that's
rotation,
coming
but
into
as it was
Alabama from
promising
Mississippi
that
too.
it had kind of
What's
faded
up,
away,
Howdy
and
Garden? How are
we're
you
not really
doing?
seeing that same
Just sitting up
that we saw
watching
earlier as it
tornadoes
lifted off
roll
this
through
morning.
the
We have
state.
still an active tornado warning
Lucky
in place
so
for
far.
southern Walker County, and we're not seeing any indication.
Lucky
And
so
good news,
far.
this warning has just been canceled, Wes.
And you know, Lauren, I can't tell you, and I know you've tracked a lot of events like this.
We're under a
over the years, seeing a lot of.
We're under a tornado and thunderstorm watch.
They move south.
I mean,
you get these
thunderstorm warning.
Has been canceled. Briefly, we started seeing that there along Highway 69 south of
Birmingham, right there.
One of those nights. We just got to sit here, watch the radar.
Terry,
that's why
everyone.
I say, even in these areas to the north here,
All right.
you want to make sure that you have that weather radio nearby, just in case we have some of these warnings that go off.
I just posted a couple videos of the lightning as it came in.
Hopefully, this will pick up some speed and move through fairly quickly. But as Lauren was noting, and there's a couple of areas. I'll tell you, Lauren, we need to check.
Ain't nothing I can really do.
Radar that we're looking at. We need to go in southern Coleman County. These two areas really get my attention. Let's bring in the triple threat.
There's a tornado.
Let's take the lightning off.
I just have to take my chances in the house.
We're
praying for light and love in them.
This line, you can tell it's really starting to ramp up now as it
moves
south. There's seeing winds.
Ooh, okay.
Right there, 58 miles per hour. So seeing some indications right here around Highway 91. You get in over towards Arkadelphia. You get into places like, let's see, this is close to Rickwood Caverns and areas there, back towards Creel Corner, perhaps the 60 area,
mile-an-hour winds.
Perhaps in some of those areas.
I wonder if that's a tornado.
The wind intensity, according to what we're seeing on radar, has really picked up.
Jeez, I wonder.
We're seeing some damaging wind gusts now moving through. Let's go in really close, Lauren, on these two areas, and we can probably filter out some of this other clutter here on the map. And we can get into these specific areas. This is where our system's detecting those strongest winds moving. I mentioned Arkadelphia. There's Wilburn, and we can go in really, really close here. So you can see those roads. There we go. I mentioned Highway 91 right here. You see? So Highway 91 and through Arkadelphia being impacted. We might could turn the map there just a little bit. You'll see those roads there a little bit better. But yeah, this is really ramping up here, Lauren, to the north. So this is closing in on Arkadelphia. If you're watching here, giving you that first alert for some damaging wind gusts now moving in. A severe thunderstorm again.
Better duck if you're in Arkadelphia.
Situations we could see some winds that could.
I have no fucking clue where this is.
There near Empire.
Okay, that's right up. That's right up the road.
Areas around. Let's see, what are we looking at there? That's Stacks Bottom Road there that's showing up, and some of the drives and lanes here that we're looking at.
It's always strange to watch. I know a lot of those places since I have family. Oh, you got family up here?
I-22, where this is moving.
Well, I know one thing.
Highway 160s back in here.
When the sun comes up, there's going to be a lot of damage through Mississippi,
we had
Alabama,
from
West Alabama, but Mississippi's Alabama state line.
Had some heavy rain. Look at this, Lauren. Let's go into Red Hill. The straight line winds are really ramping up in this area right now. Jefferson County, we're seeing indications.
Wish they would back it out so I could
winds in
get
these
better
areas. Again, we are looking at Red Hill, Ships Road,
that's number
being impacted by these strong winds. If you're watching around the Corner Road, Central Road, Arkadelphia Road, I want to make sure in far northern Jefferson
80 mile an hour winds. Yeah, that's a tornado.
Those strong winds are about to move in, giving you that first alert.
Strong winds.
Road right here. So the corner community that I was talking about, we're looking at some indications of some damaging winds now.
That's a tropical storm.
AccuTrack system. This thing is very accurate, and it is showing 80 mile per hour winds there. being detected. So we're getting a strong gust that's about to push through here. The winds are really about to pick up in these areas. It looks like the strongest winds have now crossed York Mountain and Sloan area. There's Creel getting some heavy rain in those areas.
Okay, back it out so the rest of the state can kind of get an idea where they're at too.
It looks like it is really becoming more maximized here, Lauren, as that moves in. I mentioned Rickwood Caverns, Smoke Rise. There's Blunt Springs. This is where Highway 31 branches off, runs up towards Garden City and Hanceville. You know, anywhere here from Highway 31 and looking back at Highway 160 exit here
not
towards
good.
Hayden and back up towards Nectar. You know, keep a watch on this. A lot of times when we have these severe weather events, I don't know if it's terrain influence, but a lot of times we do get some of these strong.
Wilsonville.
A lot of times
used to pick a lot of mushrooms in Wilsonville.
Towards Blunt County, so we'll need to watch that with some of these storms. Again, to the
used
north,
to live in Montevallo for like 9 years.
Storm to the south. That's where we get into the greater risk for tornadoes.
Montevallo.
Mostly gusty winds and hail and rain that we're seeing.
I know all about
Wilsonville.
Wilsonville.
Where we got that
Shelby County, baby.
And at this point, the good news is we don't see a tornado warning that is in place for areas to the south. So the Weather Service, I mean, we have all kinds of.
We are right
we do have a
there.
flood warning that has just been issued for Jefferson County.
Yes, I see that. Yeah, we've got flood advisories, flash flood warnings, severe.
And this thing's moving.
Advisories, but we kind of filter through all this.
It's finally moving south.
Break it down.
We've had storms coming from the south and the north all night.
Before this line gets here, you know, hopefully it kind of pushes on through fairly quickly. But we're going to see the kind of rainfall rates with this. And with all the rain that we've had already, that could lead to some flooding issues. So if you're watching me here around Birmingham and then in towards Hoover, Vestavia Hills, just note that
light love, they are under the
right
gun.
Now, over the next 2 to 3 hours, we could end up with some trouble spots related to flooding as this line pushes through. Hopefully it gets on through here fairly quickly. You can see already there's parts of the area, Jasper and back into Fayette County. You can see over 4 inches of rain. Looks like parts of Walker County there as well. So some heavy rain, and that heavier rainfall.
Thank you for stopping in, How to Garden.
Birmingham
I hope
area.
you're doing okay and everything's all right.
Minutes, and I'm going to reset a few things here in the Weather Center, check a few observations. But Jefferson County, I know
worked on the Hoover Mall. That's cool.
Warren are waking up to severe thunderstorm warnings going off. It's not tornado warnings, it's severe thunderstorm warnings, but it's still going to really make a lot of noise out there.
Right, Wes, and that's what we were mentioning here as we get into the next few hours. We may eventually see over the next few hours that tornado threat decreasing after 3-4 a.m., but there's still a wall of rain.
That's a lot of freaking rain.
Within that rain, you're going to have to watch for those embedded thunderstorms, maybe those kinks along the line. That
we got a creek at the bottom of the hill.
But we're also certainly going to be
flooded over the road.
And we can see here just over the past 12 hours alone where that axis of heaviest rain has set up across some of our northern counties across central Alabama. If you can see here on the screen, we have seen an excess of 4 inches of rain estimated on radar. And it looks like we just got in a new update. And I think that certainly warrants that flash.
I thought y'all were going to get hit by a third hurricane. The way the models were showing
Jefferson County. It looks
at
like
one point
right along that I-65 corridor. I'll pull up the flash flood warning here. Okay, there it is.
Wow.
And it may be a little hard to see, but with that flash flood warning, with this blue polygon, this is stretching down Shelby County up towards Jefferson County. So areas south down I-65 towards Alabaster, that kind of ends right just to the north of Glen Forest and then extends up in northern Jefferson County just to the south of Fultondale, certainly accounting for this area here along this I-65 corridor and I-459, where we have been seeing issues in the past with flash flooding. And so, I mean, if you look at this wall of rain that's coming in from the northwest, this is certainly going to be producing some heavy rainfall. We'll actually look at the rain rates that are being estimated.
See what it's looking like out there.
To query it for you. I mean, some of these rain rates are estimating rain coming down.
Good. Over a foot. We've had over a foot of rain this evening. Oh wow! Over a foot of rain. and we got 7 more inches of rain headed this way. It's coming in from the north. How's work going up there? It's a little slow right now, but you gotta put a little nest egg away for the winter time, you know. Especially, you know, it's been either cold here or raining. So it's like, anyway, a lot of people don't want you in their homes during the holiday time. A lot of people do. I actually had a pretty good October, to where I can actually enjoy. Hopefully March 1st, I'll be putting a down payment on my first house. Like the first house I'll own. Yep, it's about to get really bad here. Yeah. Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'll be honest with you. I'm hopefully supposed to meet up with the people that own it. Hopefully, sometime toward the end of the week, and I'm gonna take pictures and post them. Well, I'm just waiting on this last line of this last wall cloud to come through. Sorry, this place is a mess. Remodeling. All right, let's see what she's talking about.
Wes was mentioning that does have that potential for straight line wind damage, and that lead edge is beginning to cross east of I-65. So
that's where I'm worried about.
Winds now moving into Hayden and Bent Tree, and possibly even Coaldale and Linton down towards the south. And we'll zoom out a little bit here so we can get our bearings. But if you're in East Alabama, I know you've been seeing heavy rain, gusty winds that have been moving through.
Yeah, it's moving
the most
right.
Intense part of these storms that we expected to come through tonight is coming through right now. Kind of this main batch that you'll notice.
Yeah, it's going to get really bad.
It almost looks like it's bowing out a little bit. When you see that bowing type of structure on radar, that often indicates that you've got strong winds, the potential for straight line wind damage as this pushes down to the south and east. That's moving towards I-20 right now. So if you're in Tuscaloosa, actually, those storms are right on your doorstep. I'll circle some of these locations that are in the line of fire for seeing some strong wind gusts here. I'll actually go ahead. I know we were just talking about that flooding threat, of course, but we also want to keep an eye on, of course, the tornado threat, but also the severe thunderstorms that we have been seeing. And that's kind of our main concern right now is as these storms come through, they're going to have the potential to produce damaging winds on the order of 60 to 70 miles per hour.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving, Howard?
Hence why these severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect. But we'll just kind of highlight these places that are next line. Tuscaloosa, for example, Birmingham, Center Point, Hoover.
I don't either. That purple means
storms moving into your
that means there's debris. That's debris aloft.
And towards Moundville. Got to keep an eye on these
that
storms.
Purple is
south and east, and this is now beginning to
I'm just about 20 miles
southwest and
it's moving right down.
Corridor. And of course, we had damage west that we did see in Utah, and we have crews out there right now looking into that. But we're certainly going to be keeping an eye on things here.
Yeah, I was actually trying to log in here. We have a camera in Nectar, First Alert Sky Vision camera. I was trying to get us logged in so we could move that thing. The lightning is just intense on that view, and we'll continue to try. Let me see here. Try one.
Went to sister-in-law's.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Along this line, as we look,
I just ate sweet potatoes at the house, and
that's where we do have some intense lightning that is still coming down.
Had a bunch of people ask me. I guess I've been kind of going through depression.
Like I mentioned, in this area, south and west, our I-65 corridor areas west, and then kind of along
Okay.
and south of that I-20 corridor.
Yeah,
That's where we have the
it's
most
here.
unstable air, and that's where if you're waking up anywhere near Aliceville,
See that
Carrollton,
purple?
over
Good
towards
God.
Benimola, you're probably a little shaken by just how loud that thunder sounds outside. So this
You
isn't
think?
necessarily severe, but that is some very intense lightning, some very heavy rain coming down. As we
Yeah.
mentioned earlier, those rainfall rates that we have been seeing with these
It's
storms
10
as they
inch.
move
Look
through
at
have
that.
certainly been pretty intense.
And I've got this view pulled up, Warren, so we'll go ahead. Got some of the camera views. First off, we'll take you to the Alabama Power
I'm gonna
Building
step
here. You can
out.
see the view from downtown Birmingham,
Oh.
and then also you go over to the view from.
Oh yeah. It is it's still tougher raining. It's good old thunderstorm. I'm just glad it's not. I hope that tornado watch stays a tornado watch. Oh my Lord. Alright. Yeah, it is loud. I don't know why my flash won't work, but that's alright. See the lightning better. I'm gonna be soaking wet by the time I'm done with this. Be alright. I guess my only defense out here is if I hear the tornado siren, they're usually pretty good about giving you about 10 minutes notice, and I think 7-minute notice for pretty much anything within 100 miles of Birmingham. Yeah, it's the calm before the big storm. You can see the lightning coming from the north. That's where the storm. So I got my back to the storm, but there's nothing but trees in the way in the back. Can't really. You just gotta point the camera straight up in the air. There's nowhere to hide from the rain out the back. I'm going to go get some new strings for my guitars. I bought a new acoustic Fender guitar, and I'm gonna get back into my music and until I can. I'm gonna focus on music and my painting work. But if I'm not painting, I might as well be playing music on here. God didn't give me that gift for me to just sit on it. I'll be in a lot better frame of mind when I get my own place. Okay. I believe this is the coup de grace. I've been doing this all night, but I have a feeling this last little run is going to be. I painted a few houses this year to help fill in the gaps. I did one in October that made. I made more doing that one house than I probably made the whole year. You know, it's either feast or famine when you're painting for a living. It's either nonstop, and when it's nonstop, you better tuck that money away, because there's going to be a lot of rainy days like today. People don't want you in their house if they think they got to watch out for tornadoes, weather. You know, wintertime it slows down. I'm not doing commercial or I'm not gonna do commercial or new construction anymore. I just my body. I've been pain for so long. I don't know how. I hear you on that. I started painting when I was 14. And then I started framing houses when I was 18. Well, I take that back. I started framing houses when I was 16, part-time. And by the time I was 18, I was doing it full-time, just because it paid more. And I had an 18-year-old. I got married when I was 18, like an idiot. Anyway, I had two beautiful sons from my first wife, my only legal wife. Oh. I have a feeling this is just a calm before the big storm hits. Wouldn't be surprised to hear a tornado siren go off. But yeah, painting's good money. And if you're working for the right people, it actually can be halfway enjoyable. More than halfway enjoyable. Very, very enjoyable. There's nothing better than going out and spraying a house in 5 days and spraying it out in 1 day, prep it, spend 2 days prepping, spray the whole house out, and then the 4th day trim out all the windows, corner boards, and on Friday, be Windexing windows and pressure washing the driveway, throwing a little extra to make them feel like, you didn't, just, make eight, 9, whatever. You make $8,000-$10,000 off one house. Doing inside now, but yeah, if you want repeat customers, you gotta give people the baker's dozen. You gotta make less than them. Make some. I don't know what rich people's thinking on that is. Had someone tell me that I make more than them. I'm like, no, it might seem that way to you. If I can paint a house in 5 days, and whatever I charge. There's 35 years. I got just as much experience as, it's like a doctor. They charge $10,000. Let's see, I rolled outside the house and trimmed a bush, and took a and trimmed by a bush and took a weed. That's right. I hear you. Hey, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't care if it's landscaping, cutting grass, trimming hedges, cutting trees. I was thinking about coming down to Florida and get a business license to because I know there's a lot of roofs. Hold on, let me get back to my room. I know there's a lot of roofs, houses.
Money on it, the way it's moving. But you can see
Oh.
a little bit of a couple is still showing up. Warren, you seeing anything?
No, like you were saying, I just.
Hey, what's going on, Hatter Garden?
Colors that we're seeing here in the couplet, which is basically green and
Yeah, I was saying, as far as work goes, if I do any commercial, I guess I do have to go commercial to like come down to Florida, and because I know there's 10,000 roofs waiting to be done. First, they need to be torn down and get a dump truck. Work like that is all in the Southwest Florida. See, that's what you go down there with a tree gear, a bucket truck, every kind of equipment you can think of. I'm gonna cut this short. Someone's calling me. I'm gonna stop this right now. You have a good one. The weather's getting sideways here. I gotta go.